昭和56年左手首亀裂骨折。昭和50 昭和58年、左手親指切れっ骨折、衣笠幸男、衣笠は一度も試合を欠場しなかった。そうなんですね、やっぱり。
Oh, right. I gotta pull that down to make the mic work. Anyway, what's up, y'all? I'm here. Tell me if I need to turn the music up or down, as usual. But yeah, thanks for joining in. I just got some pre-roll music playing here. Yeah, I wish there was like any way for me to tell how the balance between my voice and the music is, but oh well. I'll just continue to rely on other people for that forever. Keep shoving the mic right into my mouth. But yeah, how's it going? It's another Friday and we're back. I know last week I said that I might skip this week to like work out better ideas for promotion and planning and stuff, but I came up with some pretty simple ideas that I think should help, that I'll get into a little later, so I decided I'm just going to keep going. But yeah, welcome. It is Friday, and it is Bandcamp Friday, and just a little bit ago I actually threw together a little list of my recommendations for Bandcamp Friday. So yeah, anything on there I strongly recommend picking up if you've still got a little space in the Bandcamp budget this month. Especially the new Bubble B album, the Fox U Records compilation that just came out, and really everything on there. But yeah, lots of good stuff lately. A few good things came out at M3 last week as well. I ordered the new Acid Tommy 346 CD, and then also I guess just the Bubble B album. I might order the DJ Zet CD too, I'm not sure yet. But yeah, some good stuff there. What else we got going on here? I guess I'll go ahead and jump into this week's t-shirt. Last week I totally forgot to talk about my shirt at all. I remembered halfway through that I forgot, and then I forgot again. But we'll just bring that one back again somewhere down the line. This week I've got the official shirt from Happy Hypershot 2016. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. I was like, there's one other that I'm forgetting to mention here that I wanted to shout out specifically. Yeah, the Cyber Green Squad comp. That looks really great. I'm looking forward to getting that. So definitely check that out. That's in I think it's the second thing I listed in my tweets. So yeah, check that out. I guess I'm saying that to 2 other people right now, but that's fine. When I put this up on YouTube, I'll put that thread in the description too, just to have it there, even though it probably won't be Bandcamp Friday again if you're watching this on YouTube, but maybe you'll get lucky. But yeah, today's shirt is a shirt from Happy Hypershot 2016, and this would have actually been really appropriate last week, but of course I didn't know that ahead of time. But Happy Hypershot is an event that was hosted once a year, every year when there was an Olympics, so basically every other year. Or was it just Summer Olympics, actually? I had to read my own book here, but yeah, every 4 years. Just Summer Olympics. And it was kind of themed after, or... Okay, I'll turn the music down a little bit. Let's go there. That should be good. But yeah, what they would do is they would have a setup at the event to play Hyper Olympic for the Famicom, and Hyper Olympic had like a specialized controller called the Hypershot, and it would basically they'd have like a little competition during the event to see who could get like the fastest record time on the 100-meter dash or whatever in Hyper Olympic. But yeah, lots of nerdcore and nerdcore adjacent artists playing. The first installation is not the word I'm looking for, but the first time this event was held was in '96. It was organized by Nishimura Kensaku, who also did the Kitchen events, which also had a lot of nerdcore adjacent artists like Honda Lady, that sort of thing. But yeah, this was kind of like a spin-off of Kitchen. And yeah, the most recent one, I don't think they did one 2020 for obvious reasons. So the most recent one in 2016 had Honda Lady, Nyan Nyan, so we heard last week, Yama from All Japan Records, LBT. So yeah, there's a lot of nerdcore adjacent artists. We're listening right now to Yama's set from the 2016 event, courtesy of my iPhone in my pocket. But yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure if this was another thing where they were like, okay, if the Olympics come to Tokyo, we'll do one last one and that's it. But obviously, yeah, like I said, they didn't do one last year, so I don't know if 2024 they'll do another one, but maybe. So if you're in the area. But yeah. So I think that mostly wraps up kind of intro stuff. So we can go ahead and find something to listen to here. So this week is going to be still standard setup, which is completely random. But what we're going to do... Oh, okay, interesting. I'll pull that page up in a second. But what we're going to do going forward is at the end of each stream, we'll pick the page for the next one. And that way, when I post, I'm going live tomorrow or in an hour or whatever, I can be like, here's the page that we're going to pull stuff from. And that way people can at least have a vague idea of what we're going to be listening to on that day. And I think that'll be a simple way to keep things nice and randomized, but still be able to, more specifically be like, this is what you can look forward to by tuning in, rather than just something from this 400-page book. Find out. But yeah, we've got now some psych outs to choose from here, and just by nature of how they released stuff, we've got one thing that's duplicated, 2 things that duplicated, 3. So it's 9 releases on this page, but there's really only, 6 to choose from. I don't know that really... I mean, it's still... We don't have... I guess we have a higher chance of landing on one of the ones duplicated, but that's fine. Let's still see what we get. Okay, QD Archives, good. That's a nice meaty one with some interesting tracks on it. So let's pull it up. Alright. Oh wait. Okay, well I guess technically we didn't land on the reissue, so we won't listen to the reissue. We'll listen to the original. Yeah, I think I'll probably need to turn this back up just a little bit, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. If it needs to go back down, just warn me. And here. Just going to go ahead and get the album info set up real quick. But yeah, also having the page number for the first thing we listen to picked out ahead of time each week. I'll be able to set up some of the album info early in most cases, and just in general, it'll, I think, streamline things a bit. So we'll start there, and if I need to make more changes, I will. 8 tracks on this. There we go. Alright. Yeah, so if you're... I don't know if there's going to be anyone in here right now who's not at least a tiny bit familiar with Psychouts, but they're basically, just to, since that's what I'm supposed to be doing here, is talking about the music. They were kind of one of the biggest and definitely earliest I'll say nerdcore, you know, they didn't and don't necessarily self-describe as nerdcore, but certainly the same sensibilities. Act from Western Japan, Osaka. They started in like 94, and like very early stuff was kind of more, not noisy, but like experimental techno type things. That was kind of the roots of the main member, Akira Ohashi. But yeah, pretty quick transition into this drum bass, breakbeat, breakcore, and break techno with lots of anime samples, game samples, retro 8-bit game samples. I guess at the time it wasn't necessarily super retro, but you get the picture. And yeah, this is kind of a later release. In like, because of just the early internet and things not always being, you know, the best cataloged and thoroughly cataloged, it's not like, there's not a super clear picture of like, this is every show they played and this is every time they did this and that. And Psychouts especially kind of kept their online presence. They didn't really have an official first-party online presence. They had a BBS and that's about it. But yeah, this was from 2002, and really around 2000, they had already started to kind of wind down a bit, I'd say. Definitely playing shows a lot less often. I know that for a very long time, a lot of the profiles online for Psychouts would say that they like ceased activities in 2000, but that's definitely not accurate. They were continuing to play at least a few shows a year at that time, but definitely less shows and putting out less CDs. And this was, I don't think there's anything new on this actually. Well, okay. I think the last track is the only one that's new. Everything else had been released on other compilations. Okay, technically 2 tracks are new to this. The Super Hell remix, which I'll talk about that a little bit more when we get to it. And then the last track, Kagayaki. I think... Well, no, that was on TBF also, so that's actually not new. So it's just the 6th track, the Super Hell remix. And like I said, we'll talk about that a little bit more when it comes up. But yeah. And yeah, this is, as you can tell by the name, kind of more a compilation of the cuter, lighter tracks. Yeah. And so yeah, we are back to working on this train station that we started last week. We did the train itself before that. Hopefully we can finish, or at least get close to finishing the station today. Whatever I don't finish today, I'll probably do off stream because there probably won't be much left, if any. But yeah. I'll dive right into it. And yeah, that first track, as clearly evidenced by the title, was a Cardcaptor Sakura remix. Or if you're from the US, just Cardcaptors. And then this is Minky Momo, which I have not seen at all. I've seen like a couple episodes of Cardcaptors. I remember getting a VHS of like 3 episodes from some bin at the checkout in the grocery store when I was like 12. Hey Tweak, thanks for popping in. Thanks to everyone who's tuning in. Oh yeah, and I'll post the Bandcamp link for this just to toot that horn, and since it's Bandcamp Friday, and if you want to go to the Discogs, it's linked in the Bandcamp link. There you go. Alright. I think I want to bring this forward slightly more. Thank you very much. It's nice to have that little chime when that happens. I can probably change that sound. I should change it to like a extremely overdriven gabber kick or something. Oh, right, of course. How could I not realize that that was what to do? Apparently I missed a single piece last week that I was supposed to put down, which means it's gonna be in here. Gotta dig my bag of spare pieces out. So look at that. Is that, look at that? Yes, okay. That's the wrong piece. Get out of there. Okay. Crisis averted. I always thought that Pantera mashup is just such a silly concept. So this goes... Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, like, so... From like 90, I'd say 96, 97-ish through 2000, Psychouts were, again, from what information I can gather and kind of word of mouth stuff, they were mainly only selling CDs at shows, and then like if Traffic Jammies or someone would go to M3, they would have them for sale there. And then they had, I mean, there was the Buy or Die online shop run out of Tokyo, where some of the stuff went up, but not all of it. But then after that, so around 2000, when their output. Or I guess I'd say they're, well, it's so fuzzy. But when they started playing less live shows, around then is when they, so I guess I'd say they revived A10 Records. Because A10 Records was originally the imprint they used for the tape releases. And then they kind of stopped using it for a little while when they were putting out just their kind of CDR releases at shows and on the Buy or Die shop. And then, yeah, in like the early 2000s, in like 2012, I'm gonna get discounts here. So 2001, and then I think it was a pretty much straight switch over, more or less. They stopped doing these just kind of no imprint releases at mostly shows, and then started doing these A10 Records releases, which I think got slightly wider distribution, and then all of them got reprinted in I think 04, and like some of those were sold at Groovy, so they definitely pop up a little more often, and they're kind of more fully fledged, not just a CDR with a sticker in a case. Well, some of the early ones were just a CDR with a sticker in the case, but anyway. Oh no! I got pieces flying someplace. I think that's the only one that fell. Yeah, I think we're good. Yeah, this is a collab with... So I don't know exactly what Strong Musume was. It was like a art project, I guess. But then they did an original song for it that a very early in her career Rumi Shishido did the vocals for. Let me see if I can find that. No, okay, so that's right. So I don't. They put out an official Strong Musume CD for the project, but I don't know any of the info for it because the only place I've ever found anything about it was the official site. But the official site was all images, and the Wayback Machine did not save the images. So you can open up the URL in the Wayback Machine and look at a bunch of broken JPEGs, which is really helpful when you're trying to find information. So basically, I know they put out a CD, and there was other stuff as well, but that's about the extent of my knowledge. But this was, from what I know, an official remix as part of the project, not just a bootleg. I should try to, it's been a long time since I've tried to look into it, so I should probably Google it again sometime in the future. Whoa! Excuse you. No. That's not good. Hey! Okay, just go over there. That's fine. Sorry, guys. Here's Goofy. I don't know where Goofy was. I'm just gonna put him... Right, he was in front. I'm just gonna put him in front. It's fine. We're back in business. And then I think this is the same. They use this sample in, I think, E-Day, their track from the Beauty Burst period drama compilation. I'm pretty sure. So yeah, I don't even know. So I was talking about, there was a official CD that I know nothing about the contents of. Sorry, the box just got knocked over and it distracted my brain. So I don't know if this was on that official CD. It was, however, on the extremely limited Psychouts vs. Beauty Burst CD. And that... Oh, I missed a piece here. I remember way back when I was in senior year of high school, that popped up on Yahoo Auctions once. And it was the first time I'd ever even seen that it existed. There had been no information about it online. And unfortunately, I did not win the auction. And then finally, I don't even know how many years later, it was like 2016 or so, it popped up again on Surugaya. I don't remember how much it was either. I think it wasn't quite as crazy as prices have gotten now, but it's pretty expensive. But was able to fortunately get a hold of it then. But yeah, so on that CD, at the very least, is where it had been released before this kind of compilation. And this track is on like half a dozen other CDs. They even brought this back for the bonus CD for the first Node release. For whatever reason, they were just like, yeah, let's put Beautiful Shocker on it. Yeah, it's really interesting how Lala just kind of pops up a little bit on a bunch of different labels. Like, so obviously, yeah, he's on that Psychouts vs. Beauty Burst and like one other Beauty Burst CD. He's on like one All Japan Records CD. He's randomly on a Honda Rave CD. And he just popped up on that new Asagaya Drift compilation. Because all this stuff just out of totally nowhere. Apparently I missed more than one thing last week. Now I have to dig another piece out. Okay, you got it. Sometimes it takes me a minute just to figure out where it wants me to put stuff in these instructions. Yeah. Oh, okay, right there. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you have a good morning. I guess you're probably going to bed, so have a good bed. There we go. That's it. Okay, there we go. There it is. I just hate that moment of slight panic where I'm like, did I drop another piece? Is it just gone? Oh no, there it is. And then, forgot to mention it, but I believe this is, from Creamy Mommy. It's not the English word mommy. It's Japanese name. But yeah, I believe that's what this is sampled from. Oh, we lost a lamp? Where did this lamp come from? I have no idea. Was it on the front? I think it's on the... Yeah, it's on the front. Okay. Here we go. Oh yeah, this is as may or may not be obvious, an Urusei Yatsura remix. I guess I'm using the word remix very loosely here. It's a track which samples small bits of audio from Urusei Yatsura. Did that, I know, didn't they recently do, like, an official, I don't remember if it was specifically Urusei Yatsura remix thing, or I feel like it was slightly more broad than that, but wasn't there, like, a kickstarted vinyl, a little while back, and I think, like, Tanuki was on it? Did that ever come out? I don't know if anyone has any idea what I'm talking about here. There was this Kickstarter where it was like, all these artists are gonna come to this studio in Japan and like all do their tracks in person together or something like that. But I don't remember the name of it or like the specific theme or any of that stuff. no idea what these parts I'm putting together right now are, but I'm making 3 of them. Yeah, I always like how Psych Outs will sample just like these little like sound effects and tiny, you know, it's not even music. It's barely even like just pieces of incidental music. It's just these tiny like little jingles and the little eye catch jingles and that sort of thing. And they can take something that small and build a whole track out of it. I know sometimes at live shows they would use this to close out their sets, basically after the more high energy live stuff with the MCs had finished. This would be kind of play them off music, and I think it works really well for that. Okay, so put these in and then swing it around. Feels like it's not aligning quite right, but
inhale, 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 inhale.
So yeah, here is the Super Hell remix. And so Super Hell put out one like EP basically on Red Alert Records under the Virtua Core sub-label, and had like a couple compilation tracks, and you know, that was it. They didn't put anything else out, and you know, never really had much of an online presence or anything, as is true for a lot of these groups. But then in like 2008 or something, out of absolutely nowhere, a full Super Hell album showed up on iTunes and just like online distribution, and apparently they had recorded this whole album to be released on Red Alert Records back in the day, and I don't even know why. I think I've asked at one point, but I didn't really understand what the answer was, or it was a non-answer. But yeah, for whatever reason, it didn't come out at the time. But, you know, the parent company of Red Alert Records, Grand Funk, is still around. They, I think, still manage Yoko Kanno, and they do a lot of commercial music, like music for commercials, that sort of thing. And yeah, I guess they just still had this album and the rights to it laying around. So they were just like, let's just put it up on iTunes. Not sure, I think it's still up, I'm not 100% sure. But I think the artwork for that album was done by Nendo, and it was all ready to go, and just for whatever reason, it did not come out for some reason. But this remix was part of that album. And so when, you know, this CD came out, I'm not sure how the timing works out, but like this wasn't necessarily intended to be exclusive to this CD, but that's how it ended up happening. I sort of met, I met in passing one of the members of Super Hell once at one of my events in Kyoto at 8-Bit Cafe, but only in passing. And I don't know at all what the other two people who were a part of it are up to now. I should at some point do just like full English translations of all the like Quick Japan articles and stuff, even just for my own sake. Because obviously, you know, I read through those, putting together the book for research and to gather information, but certainly there's not a comprehensive reading. I'm sure there are things that I've read and then forgot. Someday. But yeah, definitely all of these Virtua Core acts were sharing very similar aesthetics and influences, and for some of it, it's even not like totally clear who's doing all the music production. Like, I think there's a Super Hell track or two that seem to very clearly have been produced by Akira Ohashi from Psychouts, and just things like that. They use a lot of the same samples, and you know, you hear in this that you've got the vocalist shouting out lines from Gundam in place of using the actual samples. There's another Super Hell song where she shouts some of the samples that they use from Hook. I can't actually remember off the top of my head what track that is. It would probably be interesting. Maybe that would be an interesting thing to do as like a pre-recorded video, like doing a deep dive on the extremely specific and niche sampling, and then, you know, building that up into like it's not just oh, we used a sample from Hook. It's we like this sample from the movie Hook starring Robin Williams so much that we're, you know, incorporating it into our original vocals for other bands and stuff. 6 of these little guys. And you know, if you've checked out any of the few live shows that are available to listen to or watch, but when they're doing like a track like this, the MCs are singing along to it. The one kind of thing they self-described themselves as, especially early on, was almost like basically a karaoke act. At least for the live shows. Already starting to come together to have a really nice facade going on. One track left and it's a shorter one, so I gotta gear up here to make our next pick in just a minute. Alright, let's see what we're gonna get here. Bring this back up. It's on the wrong tab, don't worry about it. $132. I'll look on real quick. Oh! Okay, that'll be an interesting follow-up. And we're having a theme episode here, excuse me. So yeah, we're going to be listening to a Psych Out's Ghost Mix next. Kind of on the later side here, so that'll be good. Or I guess the middle period. But yeah, lots of good stuff in here. I haven't listened to any of these in quite a while, actually. So this will be nice for me as well. Let's see which one we're going to get. Three. Okay, so which one is that? There's two different versions of remix and freeze-dry tracks. And eventually, by asking multiple people, I was able to narrow it down to one was sold at one store and one at another. Okay, so this is the 12-track version that, as far as I can tell, is the one that was sold at Peru. So I'll get that ready to start. start up here. Looking kind of unwieldy with the big old, yeah, I'll just put it like that. There we go. There we go, okay. So let's get ready to play the next album. And this is 52 minutes long, so I'll probably end today's stream after this one. Just a slightly shorter one, but yeah. Alright. Let me get the album info set up. Might truncate this. What year was this? So yeah, this will definitely give you a good idea, you know, just 5 years later, how much their sound had changed and evolved. So this CD is just kind of a collection of remixes, mostly remixes of other people's tracks, both official and unofficial. And I think they just kind of, they put this out at, I think probably Comic-Con, and then it was sold in a couple of shops and then live shows as well. God, I have to get these stickers inside these little guys. It's a nightmare. Oh, that is very not straight. I need tweezers. One second here. Here we go. Gotta have straight stickers. This was actually the first full Psych Out's Ghost release I ever heard. I heard the Beauty Burst of the Road Warriors comp, and I liked their track on there, so I checked this out, and I can't remember what track number. It's one of the first few tracks. There's a track that samples Susie and the Banshees' Happy House, which is also sampled in Bitches by Mindless Self-Indulgence. So at the time I was like, whoa, that's cool, I know that thing. And it all went uphill from there. It's so hard with these stickers. It's in like a little recess. Just can't get my fingers in there. That's good enough. Yeah, so this particular track is a remix of an Erection track, which is, hopefully we'll listen to that album someday, but that was I guess is a group featuring the main guy behind Traffic Jammies, and then Ueshin, who's the vocal. There's a, I guess, pretty well-known punk band in Osaka called Death Surf 2000, and Ueshin was the vocalist for that, and has been in a number of other bands as well. But yeah, it was those two and then drummer. kind of mostly short-lived band. They put out one album and then played, they were active live for a fair bit around when they released their album, and then have very sporadically played live again since. Unfortunately, I was never able to catch them myself, but this is also a remix that was released. It's a remix for Kada on a ROM's CD. I don't really know much about that original artist at all. Just kind of outside of my sphere of knowledge, but I actually really like this track a lot. These vocal samples are from The Adventures of Baron Munchausen, directed by Terry Gilliam, right? Yes. One of the Pythons. I just have to wonder if they saw that movie and really liked it, or just somehow came across the audio of it independently somehow. It's fascinating to I feel like they must have, seen it on purpose though, because so it's a tenuous link, but there is a Castro track which samples the movie Yellowbeard. Hang on, I have to figure out where these go exactly. Yeah, okay. So there's a Castro track that samples the movie Yellowbeard, which is a 80s comedy fantasy movie. Nothing to do with Terry Gilliam, but it stars Eric Idle and Graham Chapman, who are both, obviously Monty Python, and Eric Idle stars in The Adventures of Baron Munchausen. So, it's really interesting being and so like I said, that's a Castro song that samples it, but like I said, they share a lot of samples. They were sharing a lot of samples. There's 3 different groups that use the same samples from Aliens, and this and that, and so are they just really big? I've never asked, but is Akira Ohashi just a really big Monty Python fan, or Monty Python spin-off content fan.
Good evening. Good evening. Good evening.
And this is a remix for the group Damage. It's kind of like an electro pop-ish band. Like I said, I don't know genres and styles, so I'll get them wrong all the time, but that's okay. Just a couple bags left on this set now. Okay, well, 4. So right now. But yeah, so we probably will not finish this set on stream, but that's okay. I'm sure everyone's just so broken up over that. Just okay, so wait, there, over here. You guys are gonna make me think Twitch chat is just broken, you know? Oh, right. The lights. This light. There we go. Is that the one? Yeah. That doesn't work. I guess there's not really anything I can do to reduce the glare. Oh well. Oh no, did I kill my video? Is it frozen now? What can I do here? Properties. Oh. Okay, I think it's fixed. Alright, we're back in business. We're not back in business, it's the wrong settings. Now. This is sampling. I was gonna say it in English. This is just sampling. This is sampling "The Robber and the Prince" by DAF, D-A-F. German, like, I don't even want to. It's not synth pop. It's very unique music. But yeah, this is sampling that, and thank you. Cats love to knock things over. That's okay. I'm gonna go in the box. Yeah, I'm not sure what else this is sampling. I don't recognize immediately the other things. And yeah, as you can see, there's no track listing on this CD. So there's no title for half of these songs. There's like a couple songs where they posted them on MySpace, so we leaned the title from what it said it was on MySpace, that sort of thing. I'm not sure if this is actually sampled or recreated, actually. I think this is actually the same little melody being recreated. Yeah, I'll find the... hear what I'm talking about. Another Daft track.
Hi everyone, I'm your best friend back in town again to get you on your dancing beat, dancing beat, dancing beat, dancing beat, dancing beat, dancing beat.
Sato. I actually saw Daft live in Tokyo, and I think it was like one of the last times they played or toured before their singer passed away, unfortunately. So I'm really glad. I like could barely afford the ticket, and I was like going back and forth on like, can I afford to spend the money to go see this? Will I regret it if I don't? And I ended up doing it. It was a great show. I got right up at the front. Yeah, definitely don't regret it. But yeah, it's really a bummer that he passed away. But they've actually got a new album coming out this month of like, I guess, old unfinished tracks with like, so the other original member doing additional vocals. But yeah, I'm really interested to hear that when it comes out. Wait, what? Oh, okay. Yeah, it is. Yeah, okay, it is. I'm always second guessing. Yeah, this is kind of my favorite part of putting together these buildings, is just the outer walls, honestly. I like seeing it all come together. I think the next track might be the one that samples Susie and the Banshees. Not 100%, but feels like it. No, I was wrong. It's the one that samples Oh Yeah by Yellow. Right, this is the other Erection remix, which I guess they just did it for fun, or they were like, do a couple for us and we'll put one on the album, and they chose the other one. But yeah, this is only on this remix and freeze-dry tracks, never officially released by the band. Maybe, I don't know, it might be the other version of remix and freeze-dry tracks was the one that I originally heard and listened to, because I could have sworn the Susie and the Banshees track was early on, and so unless I was just completely spacing it. Oh yeah, look at that wall. That's a beautiful wall. Wait, where am I listening to? The front? I have to like spin this around to look at it how it tells me to. I love this beat. Yeah, I think they went on to more or less rework this track into house music on Prapancha? Prapancha? I don't know how to pronounce that that album. But yeah, I'm sure there's an official katakana rendering of the album title somewhere that I could look at to figure out how to pronounce it, but I really, really like the original track that this is being sent to. Still not 100% sure if this train station is actually going to fit properly in the spot I have for it. If it does, it's going to be like a perfect fit, but not 100% sure yet. So we want to open, yeah, okay. Okay, so here's the Susie and the Banshees track, and yeah, this is almost like a retooling of, well, maybe not quite the right way to describe it, but there's a Psych Outs track called Hong Kong Jungle, which heavily samples the Susie and the Banshees track Hong Kong Garden, and I believe this track also has some samples from Hong Kong Garden, so it's like almost like a sequel track. Yeah. Yeah, there it is, right in the back, in the very background there. I think it starts to come to the foreground more. Yeah, exactly. Let's see where we're at. Got 5 tracks, 21 minutes left. I think I could do one more bag. Yeah, this is a smaller bag. It's actually looks smaller, but it just has a lot more small pieces. That's okay. This is yet another daft bootleg. Again, I'm not gonna pronounce German wrong. It's a remix of Wake the Children. Or something like that. I don't know. You look it up. That's what I do. And we've also got those samples from Clockwork Orange in there, and also some callbacks to, I believe it's God Eater? I can never remember if it's God Eater or Dog Eater, but one of those very early Psychouts tracks from the release title Virtua 4 on Red Alert Records. I think it's God Eater. And those samples are from Exorcist, I think? If memory serves. So I know exactly what this is sampling as well, because someone DM'd it to me a few months ago, and I was completely blown away. They asked me to keep it a secret. Can you guys keep a secret?
Set down on the landing grid. Immediate dust off on my clear, then stay on stage.
Oh well, I guess not. Secret it shall remain. Guess I'll just say, it seems like this may have been originally intended as something to get released officially, but apparently it just did not happen. Check that out. We got a little chair in there. Chair nothing. Oh, and I get to put a little table next to it. Oh, we're making curtains. Okay, I just had to double check that I was getting the right track. But yeah, this is a sample of Sweet Harmony by Liquid. There's a track from 1992 on XL Recordings. Which I don't know if the piano riff in that is actually sampled from something else. I'm assuming not, but I'll never be too sure. Have I been doing this wrong? Oh my god, I just did all of these wrong. That's really cool. And then this is, sorry, I'm just trying to figure out. No, I did these right. It's fine. This is sampling a Psychic T. No, sorry, not Psychic T. SPK track. I don't know which one off the top of my head. Yeah, this is sampling an SPK track that, for whatever reason, was used in some old promos on PBS encouraging kids to read. They just use the SPK track that's being sampled as the background audio for it for whatever reason. I don't know if someone at PBS was a fan or what. But I heard that and like posted it on, so because I didn't know what was being sampled, so I heard that and posted it on YouTube or whatever, or Twitter, and I was like, you guys didn't sample this PBS promo, right? And they're like, no, it's an SPK track. This is like way back when Psychos first opened their Twitter account. Oh, I just screwed up. Is this the last track or is there one more after it? There's one more after it. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna finish this bag, but hopefully I can finish at least like these curtains. And those vocal samples are definitely from something. Unfortunately, I don't know what off the top of my head. Potted plant here. I know there's more minifigures in this set. They must be in the last couple bags. I guess maybe there's only one more though, actually. Now that I think about it. Okay, yeah, I guess it's just Mini that I haven't gotten to yet. And then this, I believe, yeah, this is one of the tracks from the split with Goth Trad, the 12-inch split on Pop Group Recordings. That's clearly just an extremely slowed down Raga sample. Miniature version of the train here. Wonder if I can finish in time. I know I can't. Should just prepare to do the wrap up now. It's so tempting to try to beat the clock. But I still gotta grab something to play for the outro as well. Ooh. Come on, get back in there. There we go. Alright, we'll stop there. Check that out. Little miniature train here. Some curtains. I think the rest of this bag is okay. Stuff. That's fine. That's pretty much all the interior stuff, so you've seen all the cool stuff at this point. It's close enough. Alright, so let me find something to throw on briefly while we do some outro stuff here. Hang on one second. Alright, we'll just throw on a little bit of this. Oh yeah, but yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up here. Close to 2 hours. Yeah, thank you for tuning in. We will real quick pick that page for next time. Do that. 115. Okay, we've actually had this page before, so I'll have to be sure to not do a repeat here, but this is a page from what the heck? I made a typo. Yeah, this is a page from Up 1236 PPS's label, and we listened to the very first release on this page a few weeks ago. But yeah, we'll listen to something else from here to start out the stream next week. So I hope you will be back to join me then. I'll probably start a new Lego set because this one's pretty close to done. So I might as well just finish it on my own at this point. But we'll do a new wintry Lego set and we'll be back next week. So I hope you will join us. Hope you had a good time. Thank you and good night.